I'm Alison Kenworthy, the founder of Homeworthy, and my family and I are opening the doors to the world's most extraordinary vacation villas and hotels in our travel series, Home Away from Home. Today we'll take you inside one of the most elevated travel experiences in Sicily, where its owner John Moslett welcomed us for a truly extraordinary stay, discovering its breathtaking pool, clay tennis court, and world-class culinary experiences. So enjoy and make yourselves at home. You're watching Homeworthy, where we believe every home has a story. We're almost here. Wow. Hello,
Welcome.
John.
Hi, James.
James, can you say hello
Hi, welcome.
to John?
Nice to meet you.
Oh, hi.
Hi, welcome.
So nice to see you. Thank you for having us.
Oh, you're welcome. It's such a pleasure to have you.
Thank you so
This
much.
is
What a
unbelievable.
spectacular spot.
Perhaps we'll go for a quick tour later and I'll show you.
Who's the dog? We need to meet the dog.
Oh, the dog is Nuvola. She's, that means cloud. It's the color of her fur.
You
I
seem
love
to be
it.
almost up in the clouds here on the top of the hill.
Exactly.
This
We're in a
is
very nice position here.
breathtaking.
We'll start with some refreshments.
Great.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much, Ben. You know I love cookies. You want to do cheers?
What about mommy?
Wait. Cheers.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. These are homemade here too?
Yes, everything is homemade, so we make everything from scratch.
So some of the lemons are coming from right down the hill here.
Yes, yes. We're surrounded by lemon groves here.
This is pretty fresh. I might have to give her her first taste of lemonade.
How did you come to own this property?
Oh, it's a long story, but it was really by chance. And it was a ruin when we first found it. So we jumped the fence. We were in their neighborhood. We were looking for something, but not as big as this.
So you just saw it from the street?
We just saw it. It was not for sale.
And when you saw it, what did you think?
It was love at first sight.
Really?
Yeah. So it was this, we have to do it. It's too big for us, but we have to make it work somehow.
And then what was the process? So you saw it, you loved it. What did you do next?
Well, we had to find out who the owner was, which took a year. And then we had to negotiate the price, and that took another year.
How long had it sat vacant?
Probably since the 60s.
Really?
Since the late 60s. And by the time we got here, the roof had collapsed, the lemon grove was abandoned, and so it was a really huge project.
And what was the restoration process like?
It took 4 years. And as you say, as one says, it takes twice as long as you plan, and it costs twice as much as you plan.
Is that true?
And it's true. I can tell you that.
But so worth it. I mean, this is paradise.
Yes. So after you finish, you forget about all the stress, you forget about all the frustration.
Yeah.
And someone says it's a little bit like childbirth. You forget about the. I don't know if it's true because I'm not a woman, but.
Well, I did have a second one, so I think that it probably is a very accurate analogy.
Yes. So what's amazing about this place is the position that the house is built right on top of a hill, its own little rock, which is where the name derives from, Rocca Delle Tre Contrade. And so we have this panoramic view from the sea on this side all the way around to Etna on the back.
What does the name of the house mean?
So Rocca Delle Tre Contrade means Rocca, which is rock. Tre Contrade are like three small hamlets. So we're on the middle of three hamlets.
I love the color of the home.
Yes, and this is the original color. So a lot of buildings in this area have this pink color, and it comes from the red earth below the lava flow. So they would dig underneath the lava, the frozen lava after an eruption, and the earth would be red.
Oh my gosh.
And they would mix it into the plaster, so you get the pink color.
How old is the home?
We think it was built around 1850 by a local aristocratic family. And they wouldn't live here, but because there was wine production here once. And so they would come during the harvest or in the summer. They would escape from the town or the city where they were living, and they would come here in the summer. And they would occupy the main floor, the upper floor. And then on the ground floor, there was production.
And to have the very color come right from the earth.
Yes.
Connects it all together.
Was that
amazing.
restored or that's been untouched?
No, that was restored. So we only used natural materials, old techniques. So it was really a restoration in every sense of the word.
That's wonderful. I mean, Homes like this need people like you who restore them rather than.
It's all about passion, and it's
bet.
all about recognizing what you have and make the most of what you have and not try and make it something else than it is.
And what's so incredible is that it gets a second life. It had sort of been sitting empty.
Yes,
for
unfortunately in
50 years.
Sicily still a lot of properties are abandoned. Especially agricultural properties are abandoned because the agriculture has had a downturn, and people will tend to move to the towns and to the cities and abandon the countryside.
Are we about to go across this?
We're about to go across this,
This is amazing.
and it's exactly the way we found it. And this probably leads to where the baron who built this used to live, in the nearby town.
This is unbelievable.
And down here we have the pool.
You've created this modern masterpiece pool in the shadow of this gorgeous.
We tried to build it into the existing terraces with the lava stone walls so that it would fit in. But obviously I wanted this L shape because I like to come to the edge and dive into the pool. So everywhere we see lemon trees now, there used to be vineyards. And so there was wine production going on at the estate. And this is where they would bring the grapes in during the harvest. And they would be loaded into the palmento. It's called palmento in Sicilian, where the wine is made.
So much of the food that you serve to your guests is sourced from around these farms and beyond.
And
yes,
your own farm.
absolutely. Yes, we have our own kitchen garden, we have our herb garden, we have fruit trees, we have obviously lemon trees. We get our seafood from a local port. That's Dora's specialty, is the seafood, which is amazing. And so yes, everything is locally sourced, chilometro zero, as they say in Italy.
You have such lush vegetation here, and it all seems so diverse. What do you have on property?
It's amazing because it's always green all year round. And this is because of the volcano, because we get those clouds and we get the humidity and more rainfall than the rest of Sicily. So whereas the rest of Sicily has huge problems with droughts, we're very lucky here to have evergreen lemon trees all year round. So it's actually very, very beautiful. What you see now is what we see the whole summer. It's always green. And this panorama is just so stunning with the horizon and the sea in front of us.
So this entire wall is made of lava stone?
Yes, this is all lava, so this is pretty spectacular, very unusual. But you can see here how the house is actually built on top of the hill, and then they've built these ramparts of lava stone all the way around. So it's really positioned really high up.
And it's all from Mount Etna.
This is all from Mount Etna. All of this stone was probably dug out right here when they were preparing the lemon groves. You know, what did they do with all the stones that they found? So they would use it as building material. And the pool is heated as well. So even off season, we can go for a swim. And you have Etna on one side and you swim towards the sea on the other side.
How does it feel though? How's the water?
It's warm. I love the shape of it.
You gonna put one toe in?
It's just so structural and architectural. It's just
One
it's
toe
a
in.
little
The
bit-
idea is that you dive out in this direction into the lemon groves.
How many people can this home accommodate?
So we have 12 rooms, so up to 24 people.
But you have to remember
We've also added an annex with
Good.
another 3 rooms,
I
so
don't
we
have
have a total of 15 rooms, up to 30 people.
So you probably have weddings here, you have anniversaries, big birthdays.
We have anniversaries, a lot of birthdays, a few small weddings. We limit the size of the weddings because we rent it out weekly on a weekly basis. We have a lot of multi-generational families coming to stay.
Reunions.
Big groups of friends.
That's special.
Pooling together and coming and staying here. Perhaps people haven't seen each other for many years.
But I bet because this place is so spectacular, you have repeat people coming year after year who really feel like they want to make this place
We
a
also
home
have
away from home.
We also have a lot of repeat guests,
Yeah.
which is the biggest compliment we could ever get. People who start to see this as their holiday home.
Sure.
And they even come back every year. The same week, every year, for their special get-together or get-away.
And then you get to know them.
And we get to know them and we remember their habits, we know what they like, we don't know what they don't like. Our staff is always the same. We don't have any turnover in staff, so it really creates an amazing atmosphere with the staff and the returning guests who know them, and they
Becomes
look
like
for-
family.
It becomes like family. Exactly.
So you bought this place how many years ago?
We bought the place in 2006.
Spent 4 years restoring it.
Spent 4 years restoring it and preparing for it. And then, so this is our 13th, 14th year of being active.
That's incredible.
And every year we had something new, you know?
Right now you're adding a spa. It's a surprise, you can't see it, but you're adding a bit of a spa.
Yes, yes. A few years ago we added the tennis court. So we're one of the few villas in Sicily with a private tennis court.
So you feel like even though you're coming to a private home, you feel like you're in a 5-star hotel.
Yes, absolutely. You have the same service as a 5-star hotel, but it's still a home. So all we strive for is that feels like your home for the week, for the duration of your stay.
Well, I can't wait to take a look at the inside. Should we head there next?
Let's go and see the inside.
Perfect. This is beautiful. How did you come up with the decor and the design of the home?
This is something we started doing as soon as we started the restoration. So the 4 years of restoration, we already collected antiques. We traveled around Italy, we traveled around France as well, and collected items and objects and armoires.
And did you want the house to sort of, I mean, the house is so old that you wanted the inside to sort of complement the outside? And
we wanted to have a very informal atmosphere, like a home. You know, nothing too traditional. I'm Scandinavian, so you know we mixed a little bit of the antique. The structure itself, you know, speaks
these
for
arches.
itself. Exactly, these amazing lava arches, which are original.
Did they exist when you came in?
They existed. We've left them as they were. What we have restored are the vaulted ceilings, which were partially collapsed.
What was the state of the house when you stepped in here in 2006?
This was really a ruin. You know, the worst ruin you can imagine.
Really?
You could see the sky from in here. There were trees growing inside.
The whole roof had already collapsed.
There was no roof
And you
anymore.
said, let's take on this project.
Let's take on this project.
Did you ever have a moment during the restoration project when you thought, what have I done? This was a mistake?
No, I think once you start, you can't stop.
Yeah.
It has to go with the flow. It has to be done. You can't finish.
Well, it's like a work of art. You started from nothing and you sculpted it into this beautiful piece of artwork.
I can really tell you the story of every single piece of furniture, every single detail. I can tell the full story. So it's really a personal project as well. And as I said, you know, I'm Scandinavian, but this is in Sicily, so we've mixed, you know, the light colors of the north with the sort of the atmosphere of the south. in a way.
Well, not only is it stylish and chic, but also it looks like you can just sink in to every.
That's the whole point.
The couch, you know, you're on vacation when
Yes,
you're here, so you
yes.
don't want to have a chair that's too stiff. It's so comfortable.
And you know, with these big spaces, everything has to be oversized.
Yeah.
You know, you have to put in big pieces of furniture, otherwise they'll look too small. So we have big couches, big chairs, comfortable, you can sink in.
Yeah, get a
And-
book, take a nap.
And stay here for a weekend.
The only thing more spectacular than the pool at this villa might be its food. With a full kitchen staff and locally sourced ingredients, we were excited to make the most of our cooking adventure, starting with the famous pasta alla norma, and then on to the famous cannoli. Wow, James, look at this kitchen. This is about 6 times the size of our kitchen in New York City.
So this is Dora,
Dora!
Alison,
Dora, nice to meet
Michael,
you.
and James.
Bellissimo, ma quanto sei bello!
So we're gonna make some homemade pasta, and then we're gonna make Dora's famous cannoli,
And they're famous
and
from
we're gonna
Sicily.
have them for lunch.
Perfect.
Yes, the Sicilian cannoli. Okay, let's start with the pasta. So Dora's going to show us how to make the pasta dough, first of all. So it's 1 kilo of semolina and 440 grams of water.
I didn't realize that pasta was only flour and water.
So this is the southern Italian tradition, whereas in northern Italy you also add eggs. So what we believe here is that the fewer ingredients, the better the food. So you can make the best dishes in the world with just 3 ingredients. Faccio veloce. This is Dora's recipe, and they're actually macaroni, and it's the one she makes at home for her family. And we're going to do it alla norma, which is the traditional pasta dish from Catania. Okay, well, you'll get 1 piece each.
Piccolino, tieni, per la tua gioia.
Sì.
Questa è la cosa che piace di più di tutte i bambini fare. Mia nipote appena arriva.
So roll it into a long sausage,
So like this, long sausage.
sausage shape.
Like that.
Così?
Yeah, good job. Good job.
James.
Good job.
Amore.
Pushing,
Sì,
yay.
così, bravo. Ecco, tu
Well,
già
look at this.
pronto.
Perfect. You did
The
it.
magic
Ce
of
l'hai
TV.
Qui va bene, è ok. Un pochino più sottile.
A little bit thinner.
Va
Okay,
bene.
little thinner.
Questo facciamo dei tocchetti così,
So we're going to cut it into small pieces like that.
Okay, I can do this.
così.
Already messed up.
Va bene così.
job.
Va bene così. Ah, bravo.
Good
You
job.
did. Well done. So this is what we use to make the macaroni. So this is actually from the old used umbrellas.
Outside?
No, that they cut.
Oh.
You know, when you open the umbrella, you have
Yes.
the sticks. Okay, this so they would reuse the old umbrellas to make these to make the macaroni. So you put it at the middle of the little pillow,
Oh my gosh.
and then with your hand you roll it out, and then you pull it out.
This might take
Pull this
all
part. You
day.
go like this.
Eccolo qui. Guarda, visto già c'è un pochino.
Somehow I don't know what she's saying, but I do know what she's saying. Laura's
Bravo, così. Bravo. Bravo, bravo, bravo.
Gentle. Oh. Look, you did it. Can you see through it like a telescope? Hey.
Bravo,
Bravo.
bravo.
You did a good one, James. Oh, you got to make enough to feed our whole family.
This is what you're having for lunch, so you have to get
That's right.
doing to work for it.
Yes. Okay, guys, you want to make cannoli?
Oh,
Sicilian
cannoli.
This is the famous Sicilian dessert.
This is the famous Sicilian dessert, and it's the authentic recipe that Dora got from a grandmother of a friend of hers.
We're going to be sharing these recipes with you so you can make them at your house as well.
Sicily is very well known for all its pastry, and it's really a mix of different traditions coming from the Middle East, from the French, from the Spanish. What we do know about the Sicilian sweets is that a lot of them were made and invented in the monasteries, because they would receive sugar, eggs as gifts from the people, and they would make use of it to make sweets. So a lot of the sweets were actually invented in the monasteries. The cannoli comes from a place called Piana dei Albanesi, which is a town in the middle of Sicily. So this we're going to actually roll out as if it were
Un po'
pasta,
di farina.
using the pasta roller here, the
Okay.
pasta machine.
Look at that.
Whoa!
Bravo, bravo. Va bene.
Are they trying to put
I
that
am
in your
a
bag?
sugar addict, so dessert is my favorite meal of the day. So I can't wait for this.
Wow. Turn it the other way. Ah! No!
Oh, that's okay. James, what do you think? Should you do a taste test?
You want to taste it? What do you think? Yeah!
Va bene.
It's the best cannoli I've ever had.
Dora, this is incredible. Grazie. The grand final step. Maybe the most important. Let it snow, James, let it snow. Oh, it's snowing like on Mount Etna. Right on top of the mountain of cannolis.
Bravo!
Yay! Bravo! Bravo!
One more. James, look at me. Look at me. Smile.
One for each. I'll split with James here. And much more dignified with the napkin there.
Oh, yeah, we might need this.
But I don't have one. I don't have one.
Unbelievable.
Oh, not my own one.
So I can see how you could
Own
have
one.
5 of these.
Not my own one.
It tastes all the better when you see it made.
So good.
Of course,
flour.
when you've made it yourself.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Even the pistachios come from nearby.
Yes.
Every
absolutely.
little bit of this food journey.
And the cream is sweet, but not too sweet.
Yeah, we reduce the sugar. Yeah, that's also part of the secret. So we
my
will share the
gosh.
recipe with you.
Please do. I don't know that I would be so good at making it as good as Dora is, but I'll try.
You have to
At least
try.
our viewers will like to know the recipe.
Grazie, Dora.
Grazie, Dora!
Grazie mille, Dora.
We rounded up our Sicilian adventure with yet another special meal, with ingredients largely sourced from surrounding farms and gardens. It was truly one of the most delicious meals of my life. Look at this, you guys. We made this. James.
Ready to
James is starting with the meatballs.
That we did not make. And what's this, John?
This is the caponata, also Dora's recipe. Caponata is like a Sicilian ratatouille.
Ooh, the white dress with the baby
There you
on the
go.
lap with easy access to red pasta sauce might have been a mistake. Do you have a favorite food, a favorite Sicilian
I
meal
think,
besides today's meal?
I think the seafood.
The
I must
seafood.
say, yes.
So this is the famous pasta dish, pasta alla norma,
Yes, pasta alla norma, the macaroni.
and this is what we made today earlier in the kitchen.
And we've added tomato sauce and fried aubergine and salted ricotta on top.
It's so delicious. John, a toast to you. Thank you so much for welcoming us onto your beautiful property, into your home, into your kitchen.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
So nice to have you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I can't thank John, Marina, and Rosella enough for their extraordinary warmth and hospitality, truly making these Sicilian villas feel like a home away from home. Thanks for watching. Be sure to go to homeworthy.com for exclusive content, shopping guides, and so much more.